Good evening. Welcome to In the Paint. This is the realest show in sports. I'm Max 611, and I'm waiting for my co-host, Mr. Angus Black, aka R Jones. We want to thank you all for joining us. I'm gonna bring in my buddy Dom. What's up, Dom? Can you hear me?
You hear me, Mark?
Yeah. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. How you doing tonight, bro?
I can't complain, buddy.
Can't complain.
Not yet.
All right.
Nah, I'm good, man. Where's Bishop?
Bishop, I don't know, but R is coming on soon. And I just gotta say, Serena just won her first match in the U.S. Open. Kudos
Oh,
to
she
her.
won.
Yeah, I had to commute from hell. I just walked in. That's why we starting a little late, but yeah,
Bless y'all, man.
yeah. She won. I don't even know the I don't know I don't know the numbers on what the matches were, but she won. She won her first round. So on to the next. And I'm proud of her. I think she might do it. You know, win this U.S. Open.
6'3", 6'3".
Okay, 6'3", 6'3". Nice, nice.
I had on one lose
Oh,
today.
you sound I'm hearing feedback from you. Yeah. Again, this is In the Paint. This is the realest show in sports. I'm Max 611. You can follow us on Twitter at In the Paint Media. You can follow me at the Real Max 611. You can follow Rodney at Real RJ Jones. And here we are. Dom, you good?
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
Still catching like feedback. You sound like a robot.
Hold on, let me take these off. Oh, this technology.
Still sound a little.
How's it sound now?
Still sound like you a robot.
Uh, I took the earbuds out.
Yeah. Um. Me let. Oh, I know we're here. Oh, I said he'll be on soon. Yeah, Ali is laughing. Thank you for joining us, bro. Talk, bro.
All right, can you hear me now?
You still. It sounds a little better, but you still sound robotic, and it sounds low.
How about now?
Still the same.
You sound clear to me. Let's see what happens when somebody else comes on.
Yeah, if they come on. Tonight, some funny stuff. There's a rumor going around that there's a rift between Steve Nash and Kyrie Irving of the Brooklyn Nets, and I think we had Olden Polanese, former center, New York New York native who played in the NBA for a number of years, played primarily with the Utah Jazz. Um, Olden is the one who said that during during an event, I guess a party at Steve Nash's house, Kyrie Irving said to him that you need to give those trophies back to Kobe. You don't deserve them. You're not an MVP. What are your thoughts on that? his ink is black. Oh, are you there? Oh, can you hear me? Dom, can you hear me as well? Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. Can y'all hear me? Okay, Dom says he can hear me. Can you talk, Dom? Oh, I can't hear you. Can you talk? Yeah, I can't hear either one of you. Bear with us, folks. Little technical difficulties. Go ahead, talk, Dom. I see your white shirt, your nice face. Say something, Dom.
Let's try this again. Hello, hello. Can you hear me? Okay,
Hello, hello, hello.
okay.
Something is wrong. Well, I'm gonna wait for them to get their situation correct. Nine minutes. Go ahead, talk, or I can't hear either one of you. It's just me here by myself. So I'm gonna talk. Hopefully. I think we should cancel.
I don't. Not something is not right.
Oh, I think we're gonna cancel tonight because we're
Yeah,
having. Wait, hold on.
it's not working.
Heard you
It's not
for a
working.
second. Talk. Oh, what's going on?
Can you hear me?
Now I can. Yes.
What the freak, man? What's going on with this bullshit, man?
That I don't know, but you know, it
What?
happens sometimes.
This is 2 weeks in a row. I don't like this. I'm not liking StreamYard right now. I'm not gonna lie to you because this is ridiculous.
I understand. What device you on? You on the
My
iPad
computer.
again?
No, I'm on my
Oh,
computer. This is
okay.
ridiculous, and I've never experienced this on my computer. This is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and
Yeah.
StreamYard got beef right now. Okay, I'm gonna hit him up
Yeah,
in the morning.
Yes, we both shall. But you're here. Hopefully Dom, he was having difficulties. He sounded all mechanical. Again, folks, thank you for bearing with us. 13 minutes in. We're sorry. We apologize. Technical difficulties. It's in the pain. It's the realest show in sports. I'm at 6'11 again. It's my brother. Very mad Angus Black, who's about to get madder because we're going to talk about his team and we're going to talk about how there's a rumored rift between Brooklyn Nets head coach Steve Nash and Kyrie Irving and where it started from. It seems that Olden Polanese, we had him on the show. Remember, we had him a couple of years ago.
Right.
We had him on in the paint. He's saying that Kyrie said to Nash, you need to give those MVP trophies back to Kobe. You didn't deserve them.
Well,
what are your thoughts on this? I have my own, but I'm gonna let you go.
Let me see if Dom first. Let me check and see if Dom is live and whatnot. Dom, speak up. You there?
Can you hear me, guys?
Yes.
Yes, we hear you very clearly with the gravelly Bronx voice.
There you go.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Yo, yeah, thanks a lot, man. Listen, this is hilarious to me. I mean, I don't listen. Y'all already know I hate Kyrie Irving, but if this is true what he said, how could you be mad at that? How could you be mad at that? I mean, I can't debate this dude on this one. He's 100% correct to me. Nash, with the 2 MVPs in a row, consecutively and whatnot. He was you know what? Maybe decent was being disrespectful, but I'm still gonna say it. He was decent. Kobe was the man. End of story. That's it. You know, it is what it is. And some people, one particular person in the group was like, decent. He's going off giving me a litany of different reasons why Steve Nash wasn't just decent. But come on, let's keep it real, man. Kobe was a beast.
That year,
he was a beast. He was a beast. If anything, the most I would give on the second one, was it the second where Kobe was a beast or the first one?
Second one.
Okay, the first one, I might give you a share. The second was Kobe's. Period. I don't care that the Lakers weren't doing that well at that time.
Well, actually, that's a misnomer. In 05-06, Kobe dragged a bad Laker team to 47 wins, 7th seed, and they lost to Phoenix, I believe, in the first round.
Right. Okay. But again, he carried the team, less than mediocre team on his back.
Yes.
You understand? And took them to the playoffs, something that probably no one else could do at that time. You understand what I'm saying? So, how you gonna just disregard that? That's ridiculous to me. I'm sorry.
Yep.
So,
for me, I'm not a Kyrie. Kyrie Irving, when he's healthy, he's one of the better scorers in the league and one of the better players.
For sure.
However, I can't say, Kyrie bugging. I'm looking at the numbers. Nash had a good year. 18 points a game, 10 assists.
Right.
51% from the field, which is great for a guard. 43% from the three, which is beautiful. 92% from the free throw line. And he averaged 4 assists. He's not a great defender. That year, Kobe averaged 35 points a game. He had a 62 piece and he had an 81 piece. He had an 81 piece. He was the best player that year, and the voting was just ridiculous. LeBron came in second. Dirk Nowitzki came in third. I don't know who did the voting, but Kobe clearly was the better player in 05-06.
For sure.
I'm gonna let you and Dom speak.
I'm just confused of why it's being brought up now.
Right.
As though the Nets don't have enough to worry about. I mean,
right.
Okay.
That's been the beef now, right? The coach, the GM, the Durant, the cats in the cradle and the silver spoon. I mean, why now? Did somebody just bring it up like today or yesterday?
Yesterday, or today.
It wasn't him that brought it up, I hope.
No, it was Olden Polonice on Olden Polonice now has a platform and he has a podcast as well. And I don't know who was in Nash's house to confirm this, because it happened in Nash's house at a party, and they said this is where the rift starts between Kyrie and Nash. For me, I think it's a bad rumor. I think Nash is a really nice guy. I think he's not the best coach and not the best coach for this team, because these two guys are running amok.
Let's say that again.
Well, in this case, Kyrie hasn't said nothing.
Right.
Except what he said back then. He hasn't said nothing today. Like, yes, let me reiterate this, to add more fuel to the Kyrie fire. I haven't heard nothing except what Mark posted today.
Right.
Again,
maybe he's just being good and not want to say nothing. Again, guys, I just find it strange that they just got over. This is what I mean about this new media, old media, East Coast, West Coast beef. They just got over the Durant situation,
right?
And now somebody wants to throw some more flame. To me, it's just getting out of hand. Y'all know probably 90% of us on here ain't no Kyrie fan, but
no.
Right.
From what I gather, he didn't bring it up.
No, he didn't. Why? And why would he?
Right. So I don't know.
I just find it hilarious. Again, I'm not the biggest fan of that guy. Matter of fact, I can't stand him. I want him gone. But again,
I agree.
Can anybody really be mad at the statement? I mean, I'm sorry. unless
Steve Nash can be mad.
Yeah,
you disrespected him in his house. If that happened.
unless we have, those guys that are Steve Nash fans. I'm sure there's a few, you know what I'm saying? And they take high offense to it. I know one already. You know, if he listens to this, he'll probably curse me out tomorrow.
Yeah.
That guy.
Doug, brother Doug, who does a great show.
Yes.
He said, you don't do that to your coach.
Mm-hmm.
I agree with you. You know, not in his house, in front of people. You publicly, and you know them. You need to get them MVP trophies back. Take a long swig on a cigar. You didn't deserve them. That's just wrong.
I mean, can I ask you a question, Mark? Did this just happen?
It just happened. I saw it today, and I said, I think we got our lead topic for the night.
But you know what's funny? I think coming from this guy, bro, you should just leave this alone. I mean, you won a championship with LeBron. Who cares? Focus on that. You know what I'm saying? Focus on that. Right. I'm just saying. What are you mad? You mad because you didn't win the MVP? I'm just, I'm just saying. I'm like, Dom, why? You know, why?
If I was a Nets fan, I would be upset.
Okay.
Right.
Serious. Because again, if you're a fan, then of course you want the best for your team, and you guys just went through a chaotic summer.
Right. You got that right.
And then all of a sudden, I don't get this guy, man. I thought this was something old, and it was just re-brought up today. Maybe I'm confused.
Well, it might be old, and people want to, like, as people say, they want to throw stuff on the wall to see if it sticks.
Right. True. Okay.
And we know anything with Kyrie's name is going to be thrown and stuck and wiped. And
you already know.
Thrown and wiped.
I mean, damn. I thought the next topic was going to be better than this, but oh, Lord, give this guy a rest.
Yeah, I had to laugh. Reggie is he's on my page on Facebook. He said, like we said, there's always something with him. And again, you shouldn't let this shouldn't have come out at all. I can't blame Olin Polanese or anybody else who brought this out, because it's a hot topic.
I don't know. I kind of sort of blame, again, if this happened umpteen whatevers ago, and Polanese just didn't have nothing to do this morning and said, let me see if this will fly. That's the part I get upset with.
I agree with you.
Everybody wants to be this, again, Draymond Green with this new media, old media. It's just getting annoying now, because the thing I said in the beginning, guys, is nobody has a chance to come back to this nonsense. Like, if you're doing an interview and you're talking about Kyrie to Kyrie and Kyrie, or anybody, I'm just using Kyrie, then that person has a chance to defend himself. When you're just throwing shit out in the airways, and Mark and R and Dom, we don't get a chance to respond, then it makes it sound like, one, the story's true, or we ain't man enough to stand on our own laurels, but we're not invited. You're just running your mouth. And this is where it's getting a little, sideways, man.
For sure, bro.
Like Reggie said, but y'all wanted him to be the coach.
No.
It's gonna be interesting that first practice.
Yeah. I can admit that.
I wish I could be there.
I just want these guys to focus on basketball, but a knucklehead that this guy is, he can't do that. He just can't do it. It's not in his DNA. Just shut up and play basketball. That's right. I said it just like that. Shut up and play basketball. Yeah, shut up and dribble. Okay. If there ever was, Dom.
I was waiting for you to say that, because that's been a thorn in people's side. But I said, R came close to saying it one day.
Right.
But I'm gonna act like I didn't hear him say it. I don't want no, no movement coming after Ardo. I
No,
got his back.
I do want the movement. What's that? What's that? Give me the smoke.
You want the smoke?
I
You
want
want all the smoke?
I want all the smoke. You understand?
Ronan, look what Ronan wrote.
Rome,
Exactly what I've been saying for how many months now, guys?
The new media is a clown show packed inside an oversized clown car driven by the chief clown AEW Hall of Famer Draymond Green.
I didn't say it as eloquently as Ronan, but hey.
Word.
But it's out of control. And you're right, R. Now it's to the point where people don't want to say what R said because somebody took it out of context when it came out of somebody's mouth against somebody before. And we always got to worry about this climate, but when R said it, it's like what everybody wants to say.
Yeah.
But because people think it was misused the first time, now everybody's afraid to say it.
Right.
But I heard today, again, he's always a hot topic on NBA radio in the morning. And everybody says the same thing. Not as like R, but you know what? Nobody wants to hear how good you look in the summer.
Right.
Everybody wants to see you play 78, 75 games. That's it. Like R would say, shut up and dribble.
Shut up and dribble.
At least get on the court.
Yeah. In order for you to dribble and shut up. I'm just saying, I'm sick of this guy, man. Damn. God damn, man. You would try something new. Shut up and dribble. God.
And you know what, Art? That's the problem, though. Even the way you're saying it, of course, we're making joke of it. But the problem is you got to be on the court to dribble.
Exactly.
That's your biggest problem, not the sky, not your 10 months at Duke. I don't get it, man.
You and me both, Dom.
11 games at Duke? Those 11 games?
Yeah.
Jeez.
And he walked away a genius.
Yeah, man. That's mad annoying, man.
Hey, the earth is flat according to him.
You know what the good thing is, though, R?
Yes, sir.
And it has to happen, or the Nets will really look like Ronan said, driving the clown car. Right. If they don't cut their ties with him after this year, then shame on you. Yeah. You have no more stories. You can't defend it no more.
Well, they do. They didn't give him they let him play on his last year. So
right, but now
his option. Excuse me.
Right, he opted in when he saw the furnace wasn't too hot going somewhere else. But now this is it. This is it. The Nets have no obligation after this year. If you re-sign him, the gloves are off. Oh, I'm sorry. You're driving the clown car now. The gloves come off. I don't want to hear about he could dribble and he's great when he's on the court. If you sign up for this again after these 4 years, God bless you.
It's funny. It's funny. Kyrie didn't want to be Robin to LeBron's Batman. So he bounced. He said he wanted to be a leader and wanted to do his own thing, right? You go to Boston, and those guys looked at you in the locker room like, leader? Come on, bro. And he rubbed them the wrong way. So you were on your third team within 4 years or 5 years. Mm-hmm. That's not a good ratio, especially if you're a superstar.
No, exactly.
And you're about to be on your fourth team in 6-7 years now.
Yeah. But I think that's where we got to stop too, guys. Mm-hmm. With this, we use these words so fluidly and frequently, like superstar and what is a superstar nowadays? If you're scoring 20 points and you could do an N1 mixtape, I mean,
listen, if they saw me shooting in the gym today, because I ain't touched the basketball in since COVID.
Wow, really?
I might be a superstar.
God bless you. Just shut up and dribble, damn it.
Yeah, shut up and dribble. Exactly. Well,
I'm with R.
Yeah, man. Dom, you had said about what is a superstar. You said, and you gave like a few examples. You thought 20 points. You know what I'm saying? Whatever else, maybe 7 boards, maybe 6 assists. So if that's the case, well, then you got to consider perhaps a guy like Julius Randle, he's a superstar then.
Right.
Yeah.
Whoa.
I'm just saying. No, I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
Well,
there was only 3 people that averaged 20, 10, and 5 last year. As bad as Julius Randle played, there was only 3 guys that was in that category.
Yeah. Let's go through the league. Superstar. LeBron is still a superstar.
Right.
Jokic is one. Embiid is becoming one. The Greek Freak, yes.
I think Embiid is there.
Yes.
I think he's there. He's staying
in the
healthy.
conversation. Steph Curry.
Okay.
And I think that's superstar. And then everybody else there below that, like the Devin Bookers, the Mitchells.
Browns and Tatums and
Tatum is almost there.
Mm.
I see he can become a superstar, but I don't know if that's going to happen for him. And I like him as a player.
No.
I love him as a player.
Yeah.
I like him too, Mac. But I say no. I'm gonna say a hard no.
And this is why I brought it up, R, because we went into the playoffs and the championship with, again, using Tatum as an example, All NBA, All Star.
Yep.
And now we want to take those 2 things and we want to ordain him a superstar. And then he gets to the finals and he turns into Max 6'11", who hasn't played ball in 2 years, hitting a couple of jumpers.
Right.
And now what happens? Now you go from superstar back to whatever's below a superstar. I don't get this, Right. Like you said, Mark, there's a handful of people. We may have missed a couple.
Yeah.
But after you come up with those names, who is it really? I mean, I'm trying to go down the list of teams.
John Morant. Not yet, but he's on the cusp.
Not yet.
Okay. Can get there.
Right. What would you put?
Let
me give you a name. And I'll tell you where I put him. Jimmy Butler. Not a superstar.
Not a superstar, but Jimmy Butler is that guy. I would take him over a lot of people.
A superstar. I would take him over some superstars.
Right.
Yeah, I can see that. Mm-hmm.
Would you take, and we're not saying these are or aren't, but would you take him over Anthony Davis?
In a heartbeat.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
No listen, street clothes need to be out of the street clothes and on the court in some shorts and sneakers.
And that was strange, Mark, when you really think about it. I mean, I know we didn't touch every team, but that's weird. We only came up with maybe 6 names.
Mm-hmm.
I think.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, 6 names.
Wow. Yeah.
It's crazy.
James Harden, he ain't there no more.
No, he's declining.
Oh, Kevin Durant.
Yeah, KD is a superstar.
We didn't say Durant. I would still put Durant in there, yes.
I would too.
Yes, without a doubt.
Mm-hmm. He a bit softy cakes, but okay. Mm-hmm.
He is.
But the thing about Durant, guys, other than this fiasco this summer, you got to admit, Durant puts his sneakers on and he goes to play ball.
Yes, he does.
Point blank, end the conversation. Whatever's going on outside those lines, when he's inside those lines, he's unstoppable. You got to give him that much credit. I've always been a Durant fan. I told you guys that. I'm not a Nets fan.
Right.
But I've always been a Durant fan because he just reminds me of that guy. Mm-hmm. Give me a ball, a pair of sneakers, and a rim.
Right. And four other guys.
Yeah, I'm going to make the best of this.
Yeah.
Right. He's a superstar.
Right. Doug said that he thinks there are only 3 to 4 true superstars in the NBA.
Okay.
He said Butler's an all-star. He said a superstar is somebody who transcends someone the casual fan even knows.
Right.
Agree.
Okay, I could agree with that. Mm-hmm.
Right. Agree. Well said.
Right. For sure.
I would take Jimmy Butler over a lot of players, guys. I'm just saying. I would take Jimmy Butler and Kevin Durant over 90% of the guys we just said.
Okay.
Hold on, Ronan is going in tonight. I strongly disagree.
Oh, this guy! Why don't he come on?
I think because he has people in the crib. Right. E King said this happened years ago.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I thought.
Maybe it did. I don't. It never made the didn't make the news. It didn't. No. It's surfacing today, and I take what they're saying is.
I mean,
maybe
again,
it did happen years ago.
Odd situation. Yeah. The Nets just came back to earth with the Durant shit, and now this. It's like, I don't know.
We don't need it.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need
it. King asked, are we concerned about old and new media? Well, this got reported today, so I'm taking it as new media because nobody heard about it. And like we said earlier, if you were on with us, people are doing things to push an agenda to have things to be hot topics. So the Nets have been going through some dysfunction. So this just adds fuel to that fire.
Basically. Mm-hmm.
Right.
Yep. I agree.
We'll see tomorrow morning if it's on NBA radio.
Right.
Right. Y'all want to move on?
Yeah, I guess
please.
So.
Because you know I'm bouncing when you talk about football.
Yeah, right.
Well, then we might switch up we'll talk baseball before we talk football.
I forgot about baseball. Yeah.
Okay. Staying in the lane of the NBA, the LA Lakers trade forwards Talen, Horton-Tucker, and Stanley Johnson for point guard Patrick Beverley. For me, I think this was a decent trade.
Mm-hmm. Well, it's a decent trade, Mac, but I've seen reports where this transaction might signal the end of Russell Westbrook in LA. That's what I'm hearing.
Oh, well.
Wow, okay. Hold on for a second. Let's see if we get Reggie. Reggie, your mic is live. Can you hear us? Reggie? The Reg man? I guess not. Okay.
Is his mic live?
His mic is live, yeah. But like I said, this might signal the end of Russell in LA. Hey man, like you said, you was like, what'd you say? You said, oh well, and started laughing. Yeah. I mean, how old is Russ now? Russ is in his 30s.
30s, 34.
I was about to say 34. Yo, let me tell you something. Let me just start off by saying this. I love Russell Westbrook. I love his motor. This is a guy that goes 125, 150 from the first play to the last play of the game. I love that about him. His motor is crazy. However, with that being said, the shot selection, especially on three-pointers, that you don't do that. You don't do that well. I don't know if he ever did it well.
He never has.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to continue to go down this path. Yo, my thing is get to the hole. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what you do. Drive. Keep driving. Keep driving. And if you can hit an occasional 12 to 15 footer, yo, I'm good with that. Ronan Black says the Lakers are not a championship contender, and trading for King Hack and / Beverley is not the answer. I can agree with that. It does help them a little bit, but is he the total answer? I don't think so. No.
Beverly's a good defensive player, and he's an instigator. He's gonna play hard. He hits the three somewhat efficiently. It's not a bad move. They do need somebody to play defense because nobody else really on the team applies himself in that area.
And depending on which way the wind blows in LA, it's about Russell Westbrook. But here's the weird thing. He put up some horrific stats last year. But the most telling stat was he played almost as many games as LeBron and Anthony Davis combined. Think about that.
Yeah.
So if you're on the court with basically, a shoe
Kibbles and bits.
team, yeah. Right. I mean, and he still had 18. Mm-hmm. What do you get? 18, 7 and 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, shooting wasn't great, but he's never been a great shooter.
No, right. He hasn't.
But so why doesn't a coach tell him not to shoot threes and not to take any kind of long range? Don't take a three, don't take a mid range jumper. Because shoot within 10 feet and drive to the basket.
Because he's the great Russell Westbrook. That's why.
Well then.
And again, though, I'm not being Russell Westbrook's attorney,
right?
But when you look at games played, minutes played, and not just last year, basically his whole career, he don't miss many games. He's going to give you all he's got. These other guys that just want to, and even Patrick Beverley only played 50-something games last year.
Yep.
But to compare and to say, oh, we got Patrick Beverley, Russell Westbrook is expendable. You didn't get Walt Frazier. You got Patrick Beverley, man.
Yeah.
We're talking Patrick Beverley in my Allen Iverson voice. Really? Are times that hard? And you know what the funny thing is? Y'all remember, the Lakers did not want to part with that guy. Horton, whatever his name is.
They can find somebody to replace him.
Right, but he was off the block. They didn't want to deal him. He was the hold up with getting Buddy Hield the first time, if you guys remember. Well, but you trade him to get Patrick Beverley. Okay.
Pelinka.
Help me out.
I told y'all, y'all know what I call Rob Pelinka, the Lakers GM. Pastinka.
Fraud. He's a fraud.
I mean,
78 games. He played 78 games last year, guys.
Who?
And what y'all call him? Street clothes?
40
games.
Right.
40 games last year, 36 the year before that. And the only reason he survived that championship in the bubble is because they had a 4-month break.
Yep.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Or he wouldn't have survived that either.
Ali, thank you for joining us, Ali. Ali says the Lakers are only interested in names at this point, not performance.
Right.
And the Lakers are a joke, and I'm loving every minute of it.
Wow. Wow. Well, there you go. Shit. Mm-hmm.
And like Ronan said, he did. John Moran did roast him last year, and every time Beverley plays the top point guard, he gets roasted. And he says somebody needs to sit Russ down, tell him to modify his game, penetrate and pass the ball. I've been saying it for the last 10 years.
Yeah, but you got to realize, man, this guy might have an ego. Remember, he's like the king of triple doubles and whatnot. You understand what I'm saying? So,
listen, that's fine. He could still get triple doubles. Just don't take threes.
He almost got one last year.
Yeah.
And just think, guys, when you talk about the games these guys missed, and he got 7.7 assists passing the ball, though. Who knows who? I can't even tell you who was on the Lakers other than Melo, who he played most of the season.
He played decently, too.
Unlike the other two. But again, let's say 60% and 50% were games without Anthony Davis and without LeBron James. So who's he passing the ball to? And he still got 7.7 assists.
Right.
On a made-up team. And Patrick Beverley is now, like I said, Walt Frazier, Earl Monroe, Dwayne Wade. I don't know. He's just a pain in the ass. I tell you that. I don't even know what he averaged. Probably 6 points. If that. No, that was bizarre.
Ronan said Pelinka is following orders from the king, and Mr. Glass had his best season in the bubble with an extended break and no crowds.
And that's what's weird to R, because he's a Nets fan.
Right.
The Nets took so much heat for them giving the keys to Durant and Kyrie. But when you put it in totality, at least the last 2 years, when one, Durant has been healthy, two, Kyrie up and down, whatever. But they've gotten further than the Lakers the last 2 years.
Yeah. This is the current Lakers roster, and I'm gonna name these phenomenal names. You know, these are names out of basketball heaven.
That's it.
And it's in alphabetical order. Well, no, it's not in alphabetical order, but here we go. The Immortals: Troy Brown Jr., Austin Reeves, Jay Huff, Fabian White Jr., Javante McCoy, Max Christie, Lonnie Walker IV, Thomas Bryant, Damian Jones, Russell Westbrook, Juan Toscano Anderson, Cole Swider, Scottie Pippen Jr., Winnie and Gabriel, Patrick Beverley, Kendrick Nunn, Anthony Davis, and LeBron James. I see a lot of L's in the Lakers' future.
Well, the good thing is they trimmed some age. They only got 3 guys over 30.
Right. I think Carmelo's a free agent.
Yeah, he didn't.
He might get. He'll probably get picked up by somebody.
I think so.
But
I'd like to extend an offer to a certain Laker fan in our group. You can come over now to Brooklyn. Take that trip. Come cross country. that person should know who he is.
I know who he is.
Yeah, he needs to come cross country. It's looking bleak for you.
Wow.
I'm just saying.
It is.
I'm just saying.
It is. Let's move on to baseball.
Okay.
One last comment though before we move on. Oh yeah. Ronan said that is a championship roster.
Championship of what? Exactly.
We're gonna switch it up and we're gonna go to baseball instead of football.
Okay.
For Dom, New York Yankees relief pitcher Aroldis Chapman lands on the IL with a leg infection from a tattoo. What are you guys' thoughts?
All I could do is sit here and shake my head. That's all I could do. Honestly, this is it for him. This is it. I don't know if he has any more years left on his contract.
I'll look it up.
But it's time to say goodbye. I'm sorry. It's time to say goodbye. You have guys like Holmes out there, other members of the bullpen that can replace this guy. I'm sorry. I'm done. I'm serious. When you was reading this, I was just like rolling my eyes, shaking my head, one of those type of reactions. Like, really? When shit like this, when I see a story like this, I can't help my mind goes, this guy's done. That's it. You're done. You're over. There's no comeback next year. You know, I don't even believe you're going to be throwing 100 miles an hour at that point.
He hasn't really.
Well, okay. So I'm done. And he's done. And that's it. This is just ridiculous. A leg infection because of a tattoo. One of the most silliest topics I've ever experienced here on In the Paint during my tenure here. I'm like, come on, stop. It's done. That's all I got to say for now.
Dom?
Art's right about it, but you know what I find even weirder? People being upset that he's going to miss games. You know, Art nailed it. You know, it's that thank you for your service. Here's your Rolex. We appreciate what you did. He hasn't been the same in 2 years.
Yep.
So The sad thing is, I don't know who the Yankees closer would be. They're basically doing it by committee right now.
Right.
Mhm.
But we've seen this handwriting, guys. He has not been the same.
No.
So by him getting an infection, sort of gave the Yankees organization sort of a get out of jail free card, because now we don't got to debate. Oh, should they bring in Chapman? No,
Listen,
no. I think this is his last year.
Yeah. He's 34. He's 2-3 this year. His ERA is 4.70. He's had
What's
nine
his strikeout to walk ratio?
9 saves. I'm looking at his stats. Strikeouts to what?
Walks.
1.59.
Like I said, it's over.
Yeah.
Thank you for your services. Don't let the door hit you with a good Lord split you. You know what I'm saying? That type of shit. And that's it, man. Like I said, I see silly stuff like this. I'm like, oh, okay.
And he says, well, I've gotten tats in the middle of the season before and nothing's happened,
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Good for you.
Yeah. See, it's little dumb shit like that, which a guy like me will open the door and be like, okay, it's been real.
Well, imagine what just happened with George here. He'd be gone already.
Oh,
yeah.
Exactly. There's no question about it.
They'd have been coming to get his locker. They'd have been coming to get his lock for his locker out while he was in the hospital. Give me a key.
Or,
you got to go. You
already
don't play here no more.
You already know, guys.
And to say I've done this before, see, this is where sometimes it's best just not to say nothing.
Hello.
Just say, "Oops, let me get this infection cleared up."
Yeah.
Well, Max, I've done this over and over.
Yeah.
Why?
Just
what? Shut up. Just shut up. Your team is struggling right now. The last thing we need to do is hear this nonsense.
All right. So he went. Meanwhile, Clay Holmes, who's been pretty decent as the de facto closer, he's on a 15-day injured list.
Right.
Yeah.
This would have been the opportunity for you to step in, do what you've done before, which is be a closer for us and maybe hold the fort till Holmes comes back. But nah, they say he's got his body is littered with tattoos. You just had to have a tattoo of your sister on your body.
Right.
You know what, Mark? Tattoo, infection. He wasn't going to be the closer.
No.
I don't know if y'all.
I agree with you. I know.
He comes in the game and he looks. I hate to say this, man, for a guy that's been playing this long.
Say it.
He just looks shook. Like
he's shot.
Like he's me and R in our first game.
Right.
He just looks done. He looked this way last year, guys.
Yeah. And last year he gutted out 30 saves.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
And he pitched decently for the most part last year.
Yeah.
But you saw it. You saw the wheels coming off this bus.
Yeah.
And I don't know. He's got to go. And the sad thing is, you're right, Mark. Now this guy is hurt, and they've had so many problems with their pitching.
Yeah. I'm looking at the roster now.
I don't think Lasagna is back.
It looks like he is, but I don't know if he's gonna pitch. He's on the active roster. Lucas Luteji, Wandy Peraldi. Then we have some other guys. Didn't they bring somebody up recently?
They brought utility players up.
I didn't bring up any pitchers, right?
Yeah, I think this Weiser, but he hasn't pitched. Yeah. Look at the guys that are on the injured list, though.
I know Michael
Cortez is supposed to come back.
Right.
I don't think he's going to miss a start.
That's hilarious.
Yeah.
Dom, look at what Ronan wrote.
I see it. Yeah, that would work.
He couldn't get a picture of his sister in a gold locket and wig on a necklace instead of a damn tattoo.
Baseball players be flossing with their gold, so that would have been great.
Wait a minute. I'm sorry.
Yes.
What's the significance of him getting a tattoo of his sister?
Yeah, I was gonna say, did something happen to him?
Yeah. No. In the middle of the season?
Because I'm gonna go somewhere. I'm going somewhere. This is gonna be wrong on many levels. But it has to be said. I don't know if you know this, but this is gonna be horrible. They're gonna come after me. They're gonna come after me. I know it already. Once this comes out of my mouth, it's gonna be bad. But fuck it. In some, not all, but in some Spanish culture, there's a little thing called incest.
Oh.
What? No, let's not act like this doesn't happen. Come on. Listen. I'm telling you. That's why my mind went there. I was like, yo, what's the whole thing? Why are you getting? Nobody finds that a little strange.
Right. Thank you for your comments, Larry James, but we're talking about baseball now. And we appreciate you. Please subscribe to the channel. We do talk basketball. We talked about it earlier. Go ahead, R.
I'm just saying, it's yeah, man. I just find it a little peculiar. Like, I love my sister and everything, and wouldn't want any harm to come to her, and would do anything for her. But I'm not gonna get a tattoo of her on my body. No. Would you if you had a sister?
No, I have a sister, and I wouldn't do it. It would just remind me of all. Remind me of all the times they borrow money.
I'm just saying.
Hold on. I gotta address the brother Larry James. Anthony Edwards is in no shape or form going to be anywhere near the MVP next year. I just have to tell you that. And I like Anthony Edwards.
Oh man,
where are these comments coming from, Mark?
The YouTube channel.
Yeah. It's all good. We appreciate your viewership.
Please come back. We always talk basketball, but I don't see Anthony Edwards being.
I hope he likes the page.
Yeah.
While you're there.
I see him having a good year, and he's somebody who's going to develop. He's got that bounce to his step though.
He got that Russell Westbrook motor.
Yes.
The torch has been passed in Minnesota. It ain't Karl Anthony Towns.
Right.
Oh, wait. Can we segue back to basketball for a second? I think somebody, I don't know if it was in the group or I saw it where they said, it was Reggie when he texted us. He said Karl Anthony Towns might get traded to the Knicks.
Oh, God.
Or something in that vein. If Minnesota's trying to see what goes on with him and Rudy Gobert.
Why?
He must have been listening to NBA radio this morning.
Listen, the Knicks, I like Cat as a player. He's been developing. The Knicks don't need him. I just don't think he wouldn't survive here in the New York fan base. New York fan base and the New York media would tear him apart. Rudy Gobert has a bad contract. I don't know why Minnesota wanted that.
Right.
And Ronan said you got him. Tears are rolling down his cheeks.
Because he knows.
I can see why Minnesota did it. I can see why they got Gobert.
Well, he offers rim protection. He's a good rebounder. Right. He has toughness.
And it'll open the court more to Towns, believe it or not. He's a good shooter, guys.
Yeah.
We can't take nothing away from him. He's a good shooter.
No.
And you got this dynamic, Edwards guy. So the floor will open up. And I'll tell you what, guys, I would trade, even though they just signed him. I don't think they could do it until January. I would trade Mitchell Robinson in some pieces for Karl Anthony Towns in a New York minute.
I don't know. I like him. I just don't think New York would.
I think it's his style of play, guys, because he's so big.
It could be.
And the way he plays, but he's a hell of a player, guys. Look at his numbers.
He is. His numbers are outstanding.
Wow. He ain't nobody on the Knicks putting up them numbers. And damn sure ain't no Mitchell Robinson. And I don't want to hear nothing about no videos and no YouTube channels of Mitchell Robinson shooting jumpers. I don't want to hear that no more. If you can't do it in a game, don't be doing it on YouTube. Okay? He's the only guy I know that built his upper body up. Why would you do that and you can't shoot to begin with?
Build your whole body up. You see his shoulders. He walking like this.
You can't shoot now, and now you look like. God, I never liked him. I mean, he's a good rim protector, but he's just very one-dimensional.
Yeah, I don't dislike him. I think he just, like you said, he's one-dimensional.
Ooh.
People see all this potential. I said all I saw was a shot blocker.
Right. And alley-oops.
Yeah.
I told y'all before, he reminds me of that quarterback in the 2-minute drill when your team is up. He turns around and hands the ball off. Because that's all he does. He'll get the ball, take one step, hand it, pitch it. He's like a quarterback with the 2-minute drill, and your team's up by 10. You're trying to run the clock out. Right. He has no offensive moves. And they showing videos last year, him shooting threes.
Yep.
I'm like, what the... Oh,
exactly.
Nah, I tell you what, guys, this is year 5 for him. If he don't develop, I mean, I don't want to get off subject, but if he don't develop some kind of offense, nah.
Forget it.
And they gave him what, 17, 18 mil a year?
Yeah. Something like that. And Ronan is on a roll tonight. When did Rudy Gobert become Bill Russell? If Gobert played in the 90s when power forwards and centers played in the post, he would get roasted. I agree.
Yep.
I agree.
But unfortunately, Ronan, this is the league we play in now. Yep. There's only a handful of Rudy Gobert, and he's made the best of it. He's made the best of that situation.
Right. Listen, he could play for me. I like his game. He gives you a solid double-double, 14 points, 10 rebounds, 3 blocks. Yep. For this NBA,
And we'll see now. We'll see now where he goes without, ball dominant Donovan Mitchell.
We'll see.
Yeah.
Because he is ball dominant.
Yeah, I agree, Don. I agree. That came to my mind, Ronan. Rudy Gobert will be better than DeAndre Jordan. DeAndre Jordan, I don't know. He ain't have no injuries. What happened to his athleticism?
He got old.
Exactly.
He got old overnight too.
Yes. His decline was
quick. One day he went to bed, he was Max. The next day he woke up, he was me. Big age difference.
Wow.
Let's stay in the lane of baseball. The Seattle Mariners give this young man, Julio Rodriguez, a 21-year-old center fielder. They gave him a 14-year, $210 million guaranteed extension that can go up to $400 million.
Wow.
Listen, I would not sign. I don't care who it was. I would not give them a 14-year contract.
Right. Right now, somewhere.
And this kid is good.
He's good. He is good.
Oh, yeah.
But somewhere, when this deal went down, Aaron Judge had to be smiling. He had to be smiling.
Why was he smiling?
Well, because he bet on himself this year. Right. He's doing well. You know, he's a little struggle right now. They're struggling, but when when it's time to come up, he's like, it's time to pay up. And that's it. So he right now he's smiling at this. He's loving this. He's got to be. Him and his agent, whoever they are, they got to be loving this. This is gonna be their point of argument, or should I say, point of debate when they negotiating the contract for Aaron Judge.
It's double edged, all right.
Yeah, it is. It's very double edged. You know,
because he ain't 21 years old.
True. This is true. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
even a 10-year contract,
it's too much.
Yeah, to be honest, and I love Judge. Don't get me wrong, but other than this year, he's been known to get nicked. He's balling this year, guys. Let's not get it twisted. He's probably the MVP. But all that being said, he's still going to be 31 years old.
Yeah.
This great season didn't stop his biological clock. He is going to be 31 years old next year.
I would give him a 5-year deal with an option, or maybe
I'd go
6.
7, Mark. I would go 7.
You would go 7? You guys,
American League team. He'll be 38.
Probably.
Even by then, he could still be your DH.
Right.
I'd go as high as 7. 10.
You guys are nice. You guys are nice.
Uh-oh.
Mark, you said 7, and Mark
I said 5.
5, right? And Dom said 7. I say 4.
Ooh.
Can he get an option or hell no?
That's right. Maybe.
What are you giving him per year? What are you going to give him per year?
Ronan says, damn, a 14-year contract. I should have stuck with baseball instead.
Me too, Ronan.
I'm right there. I'm right there with you. Same here. Yep.
Yeah, I wanted to jump out of planes and shit. I should have kept playing.
I should have kept playing ball my damn self. I'd give him at least 30. Maybe 35.
Look at what the Mets gave Scherzer. What he got? 40. He's getting 43 a year. Or some crazy number like that. And I think they gave him. They gave him a real short-term deal.
Well, again, I'm cheap. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that's just what it is. Would I give him 40? I don't know, because for some reason, in the back of my head, 40? that injury is gonna happen.
How about a nice round 32 or 33 a year?
I said between 30 and 35.
Mm-hmm.
Dom?
That's what I would do.
Okay, yeah. But this contract extension is crazy. 14 years, so he's going to be 35. He said he wanted to stay in Seattle. Me, I would not sign that deal. But they signed it already, so.
He signed it already?
I believe he signed it.
Wow. Hey.
Yeah.
He got insurance.
Good luck to him.
I don't know about living in Seattle for 14 years, but
dealing with the rain.
Yeah, that could change. That could change.
That could change, but I don't know, man.
So let's Okay,
How
let's
long
say
did A-Rod stay in Texas? 2-3 years?
No.
Yeah.
5.
He stayed that long? Nah, I don't think so.
I don't know. I don't think so.
Let me look that one up.
I don't think he stayed there 5 years, man. If he did, I'll be shocked.
Because I think the contract was for 5 years. That's $25 million a year.
You know what I mean?
And he was sure on the Yankees before that ended. And Texas was paying 90% of that contract.
Exactly.
Until he re-up with the Yankees.
Yeah.
Right.
Yo, he had 2 ridiculous contracts.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. But I don't know, man. Julio, and I like Julio. He's a great player.
Oh, yes.
3 years, Don.
I told you.
3 years in Texas.
Remember, he was the first $25 million a year player.
Yep.
He was.
Yep. And I think him and Jeter got their deals in the same year. Jeter's was under 200 million, and A-Rod's was like what, 240
or 225,
something like that
for 5 years, I think.
No, it was for 10.
It was he had a long contract.
Yeah, but he had the first deal with Texas.
Yeah,
that was the 5-year deal, but he came to the Yankees on year 4. So yeah, he ended up milking 2 5-year contracts.
No,
Came
it was,
out to
it
10
was,
years.
it was 10.
Yeah,
It was
5
10.
from Texas. And I don't
No,
know
it
what
was
he beat up
longer.
with the Yankees for.
Let me look that up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
Yeah,
14
might have
years
been
is
10
cool.
years, 250,000. I'm 250 million. Yeah,
Not
Yeah,
only
it was
not
10 years.
that's how it
was 10
came
years.
out to the 25 mil.
Yeah, it
not
was 10
only
years.
not only is the 14 years kind of just crazy, but that guaranteed money as well. 210
210
mil
million, which can
guaranteed.
balloon up to 400.
Right.
But that's
crazy.
baseball, guys.
Well,
Okay.
Baseball ain't giving no NFL contracts. Them contracts are guaranteed.
Hmm.
This kid could fall off a boat tomorrow, break his
That's not.
leg,
Mm.
and he's
Yeah.
good for 210
You know what?
million.
You're right. You're right. Well, I'm just saying the craziness is why would you even offer that? You understand? Just for that reason you just gave, you know, just
Yeah.
for that alone. You know what I'm saying? This
Mm-hmm.
guy get on a motorcycle and boom, next thing you know, he's
He gonna pull a Tatis?
hey, you never know. It's possible. It's possible. You're not listen, man. I can't speak for them, but these guys with the money like that, and they do crazy shit like they'll have more than a few drinks and want to get behind the car and drive instead of taking an Uber or have one of their boys drive. Yo, I'm just saying, you know,
It don't come out to a lot of money with the 14-year 210.
Yep.
It doesn't.
If they extend it out to 400, yeah,
That's a different story.
right. They're getting him on the cheap for 14 years.
Well, yeah. Yep. Mm-hmm.
That comes out to like an NBA contract, mid-level player type contract.
Right.
Yeah.
He didn't do good if he signed that. No. Do the math on that, guy.
Yeah.
That's only like 16 mil a year.
But again, if they say it can balloon to
400 million.
400.
You know what I mean?
Even that, man, it's too many years for the player this time.
Right.
Yeah. I wouldn't sign listen, I wouldn't offer a player 14 years. And if I was a player, I wouldn't sign for 14 years.
Even at 14 years, he'll max out the 400 at 28 mil a year. That sounds great for a 21-year-old.
Right.
But what happens when this kid is 27, 28? Now he's even better than he was at 21. And the going rate for him will be what? 35, 38 million?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know who talked them into signing that shit.
Yeah, that one with the 14 at 210, that's 15 million a year.
Yeah.
That's
This is where the player gets hurt. Normally the organizations get hurt with these long-term deals.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
But this one's actually hurting the player.
Yeah. He better hope
by far.
He can become a guy that gets a lot of endorsements and stuff
Where,
like that.
Seattle?
Nature. Yeah, I know. He ain't getting that.
No.
I was just saying, though.
Bite your tongue. What are you going to do, fish commercials?
Yo, let's move on. Don probably going to leave, but Jimmy...
before you get started, I might leave because I got to work in the morning, of course.
Okay, we got two more. Jimmy Garoppolo, San Francisco 49ers restructured Jimmy Garoppolo's contract. Now, they were dumb enough to give him a ridiculous $100 million contract. He agreed to restructure to a 1-year deal that will keep him in San Francisco. It includes a no trade clause and no tag clause. And it's worth $6.5 million. That is fully guaranteed and includes incentives that can push his money close to $16 million. What are you guys' thoughts on that?
Bro, all the hype about this guy, before he came a starter, you know what I'm saying, was a little sickening to me. I was like, because I'm just like, let's get this dude on the field and see what he got. And we saw what he got, and it wasn't impressive. Was it historically bad? No, but it wasn't impressive. Okay? To me, it was rather pedestrian, to be honest with you.
I agree.
So to have this deal restructured, and now you're serving as a backup to Trey Lance. Well, it is what it is. It's time to move on. You had your chance to show improve. You had a legit fair chance to show improve, and you failed. So they see. I say it, and he starts laughing.
But you know why I'm laughing? Because
why
didn't they go? To, wait, didn't they go to a playoffs? Didn't they go to? Didn't they go to the championship game? Didn't they go to the championship game? Did they go to a Super Bowl?
No, I think they went to the NFC.
No, they went to the championship game.
They didn't go to the Super Bowl. But however, I'm just saying, you know, you didn't impress. You tried and you didn't do it. You didn't get the job done. So now they said, you know what? We're gonna move on. We tried to trade you, or we maybe entertained the idea of trading you. It didn't happen. You're coming back here to serve as a backup. All I gotta say is get comfortable in your new role. That's it.
Right.
He did
go to
the Super Bowl.
Yeah, this could work out good for him. Believe it or not, an NFL player in the driver's seat. I never heard nothing like this. The 49ers told him and his agent before all of this to look for trades. I thought the team did that.
They did.
But now that they got him under contract, the no trade clause don't mean nothing because he'll want to move. So if that was just something to get him on his, to put his ink on the paper, but it makes it easy now because now if Mark or R want him, they know what the rate is. They don't have to finagle no contract for a year.
Well, his previous deal, he was making what a big name, a top tier starting quarterback would make.
Yeah,
so now he's making
still getting $6 million now.
Right.
To ride the bench.
Like Ali said, this is what the 49ers is what they think about Trey Lance is that okay, we like you, we want you to succeed, but if you don't, we still got this guy who has taken us to he's been on a Super Bowl team. He's played in the divisional finals and all of that.
Right.
But I'm pretty sure Lance ain't got no big contract yet. So they basically got two quarterbacks for half the price of the going rate for a starting quarterback in the NFL. Right.
Plus, and I said this in the group. This is in case Lance may get hurt or he starts off playing bad. Then you can bring Jimmy G in. This is also if a team loses a quarterback. Now we could say, hey, well, give us a 3rd round pick for Jimmy.
Right.
They should have did this sooner. Instead of Mark, get with R and see if you can find a team that wants to trade for you. They should have signed him to a contract, and then they should have been in the driver's seat to say, but like I said, now they got two quarterbacks, both on the cheap, and the 49ers are winning. They might not win, but they're winning financially.
They're winning financially. They have a solid team. Their defense is still a really good, solid defense, and they got players on that offense.
Brand new stadium.
Yeah. Ronan says he disagrees a bit. They lost to KC in the Super Bowl. Jimmy G eliminated Aaron Rodgers twice in the playoffs, and one of those losses happened in Green Bay. They beat Dallas and almost beat LA in the NFC Championship game. All true.
Yeah.
All true.
Yeah.
And that was with Jimmy G as your quarterback. So well, the handwriting was on the wall when they drafted Trey Lance. And even though they went to a Super Bowl, they still weren't very high on Jimmy G.
Right.
And you a funny guy.
What? I didn't even say anything. I didn't do nothing.
Nah. What you open with on Jimmy G?
I'm just saying, bro.
You were like, you had your shot.
Did he not? Did he not? Oh, okay.
And for most all intents and purposes, he actually did very well. I think his very well, and then the contract
Didn't
sort of
match
threw
up.
everything in a tailspin. Yeah.
Right. Okay.
You know,
okay.
you did this, but now you got this money, and we'll see. I mean, I don't know this kid, Trey Lance. We'll see.
He's right. He said they kept Jimmy G to keep him from going to Seattle. I agree, because if he goes to Seattle, Seattle has they got weapons on their offense, and he's better than Drew Lock and Geno.
Geno Smith. Wow.
Geno Smith. Yes.
Oh yeah,
What
Geno will be starting
Yes.
for the Seattle Seahawks.
God bless him.
QB1.
Exactly.
God bless him.
Yo. Hey.
He put in his work.
Yeah, he did.
It's crazy. He's been in the league for 10 years.
Yeah. Wow. Drafted by the who?
The Jets.
And
sabotaged by the Jets.
Yeah. They just that was just a backwards organization at that time. Because you know what? Exactly. The Jets are finally, not to get off topic, but the Jets are finally moving from just that one side of the ball to trying to mix and match. For years, we got the defensive players. We played good D, and we had no offense. At least now with the draft picks they made, picks they had, they're sort of kind of, balancing it out some.
Yeah, they're getting figured it
out. They'll be better. They'll be better than they were last year. I'm not. I expect them to at least be somewhere in the hunt for playoffs, for a wild card spot.
Okay.
And at the very least, 7-10.
I think that'd be 10-6.
6-11.
Oh, wow.
It depends how the quarterback plays, because the defense, I think, is solid. And they got some nice pieces on the offense.
They do.
Their wide receiver, who they drafted 2 years ago, Denzel Mims, has requested a trade. What are your thoughts on that?
Why?
Because he's not playing.
Exactly.
Where are you gonna, if you're not playing on the Jets? Where are you going to play?
Listen, he was a high round. He was a second round draft pick.
Yes.
Never
panned out.
I think the coach, the previous coach, did not like him, and the new coach did not like him, so they haven't really used him.
Right. No.
I always look at it this way, guys. When we say they did not use him, there's kind of sort of a reason why you're not being used.
Ronan is killing people.
This guy's out of control, man.
Okay. Listen. I gotta break out. Y'all are cracking me up, man. But I appreciate it.
Yeah, I gotta go too.
No problem. Man. Listen, we apologize for the earlier technical difficulties, but I'm with these two guys.
Yeah.
R. Jones.
Yes, sir.
AKA Angus Black. I'm Max 611. This is In the Paint. Stay with us. We got some more stuff coming. NFL preview is coming in a couple of days. Look for it. Don't forget to subscribe, share, like, and comment on the In the Paint Media Group channel on YouTube. I am Max 611. Peace. Thank you, Dom, for joining us. Those on my page, on my Facebook page, I appreciate you. Thank you for tuning in with us. Ali, Ronan, the guy Larry in the chat room, and the other young, I think it was a lady, might have been a guy, I don't know, couldn't tell from your avatar. Thank y'all all for tuning in with us. Please subscribe to the channel. Those who are listening for the first time,